AI is very up in the air. There's so many new tools being developed and different ways that people are using these things. I have personally been getting a lot from AI. And again, not from writing. I do not use AI to do my writing for me. It is soulless. It just does not produce good copy. But there are a lot of other things that it does do very well. First, my name is Henry Bingaman. I started freelancing 16 years ago and I was not at all prepared. I quickly went broke, ran up my credit cards, and almost had to quit to find a real job. Then I learned the secrets and strategies that make high-income freelancing possible, and I went on to become one of the highest-paid freelancers in my industry. Today, I make videos like these to help freelancers boost their income and enjoy their work more. What you have to understand about AI intelligence is that AI is a predictive and pattern-based intelligence. So it's very, very good at detecting different patterns and predicting what humans want to see. The thing is, it doesn't understand meaning. It can't apply the insights that it gets from those pattern detections to your life. Humans are designed to be hyper-aware of patterns and use patterns to make predictions, but we're really, really bad at extrapolating out those patterns. We don't have the same type of bandwidth that AI has. But what we're really, really good at is discerning meaning. And meaning is much more important than just the pattern prediction. If you go back to evolutionary terms, the humans that heard rustling in the grass, 9 times out of 10, that rustling in the grass was going to be a squirrel or a rabbit. But humans detected the meaning of, well, that could be a tiger, so I'm going to run. And the humans that detected I should run from this have way better survival rates. They were the ones that passed their genes down. So humans are meaning-making machines, where these artificial intelligence are pattern discerning machines. And so being able to supercharge your ability to detect patterns by using these AI and then you ascribing the meaning to them really supercharges what you're capable of. So let's get into some of the tools. Here is TurboScribe, transcription services. There's 3 different speeds. You can use Cheetah, which is the fastest, but it's the least accurate. Dolphin, the middle of the road, and then Whale, which takes the longest. Most of it I do on Whale because it's 99.8% accurate, and I've tested that and I haven't found a flaw yet with any of the documents I've transcribed. So what do I do with this? A lot of times I'm not going to watch an 8-hour video. I don't have time to do it, but there might be things in there. So is this worth my time? Should I bother with this? This is how I find out, because I do a lot of research, but there's so much to do that even listening to an 8-hour video on 2x is 4 hours worth of time. Half the time you watch these videos, they're just junk. So I transcribe the video, I upload it to an AI, and here's the prompt I use. Summarize this text in no more than 3 paragraphs, then provide the most important lessons from the entire text, and then provide a bulleted list with however many takeaways you want, and then provide the most important significant quotes from the text. And this gives you a really, really powerful summary. I have Indie Pro, it's a SaaS company, so I've been doing a lot of research on SaaS. 2-hour, 19-minute video. So I summarize this text in 5 paragraphs, and it gives you a great summary here. What are the most important lessons? 5 top takeaways, and the quotes. I love some of these quotes, like the magic you're looking for is the work you're avoiding. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't have to watch this whole video. I don't know exactly when that showed up, but that's a great quote to pull out of this. It's a great idea. And this lets me know that this video is probably worth my time. The other one was a ChatGPT tutorial, and here's the 10-paragraph summary, because it's 8 hours. I don't think 5 paragraphs is gonna be enough. Most important takeaways, and then the most important quotes. And then you can keep asking questions. So it had said something about WhatsApp integrations, so you can just keep digging down. So again, it's just a great way to shortcut your process of figuring out if this is even worth my time. Now, Speechify. This has been a surprisingly effective tool for me. Speechify is a dictation app, so you can upload files to it and it'll read it to you, and you can pick different voices, you can pick different tones, but it doesn't just read them. This is one of the things I always talked about with copywriters, is that we do live read-throughs, because oftentimes you can't accurately read the things you wrote down. You meant it to sound one way in your head, but when someone else reads it back to you, it comes off an entirely different way. Now, normally I would do this with another copywriter. We'd have read-throughs of every promotion, or sometimes emails or copy documents, and the other person would read it back to you and then you'd revise it from there. Well, I get to cut out the other person with Speechify because it actually acts out. It understands the context and the tones it should be using, which is the AI enhancement, word recognition, and speech. So I use it largely to read my copy back to me, but also I'm a very auditory learner, but there's a lot of articles online where there's no audio component to it. But if there's an article I want to read, but I'm not that interested in it, I just want to find out if there's anything good in it, you can either copy and paste it into an AI and have the whole summary thing, or I just have it read to me in the background at 2x or 3x speed. I'll be researching a topic like SaaS companies or anything really, and I just have it reading to me in the background while I'm still browsing. If I hear something interesting, I can stop what I'm doing and go back to the article. This allows me to keep searching while still being read the article. It saves so much time having to read an article while you can be doing other things. So it's a multitasking superpower to use this. The last one is Perplexity, which is an AI search engine. It's really powerful. There's a free version of this, but I paid for this first version. You can set it up for different defaults here. So the AI module that it's using now is its default, which is its own custom thing, but you can connect it to Cloud, Sonar, you can connect it to ChatGPT, show you how this thing works. What is the future of copywriting? So it goes and analyzes multiple sources, and then it shows you, so you don't have to just trust it. These are very in-depth answers. So the future of copywriting remains bright and evolving, with artificial intelligence playing an increasingly significant role. You have all these answers. You can create a collection on copywriting. So if you have one research project that you're diving deep into, you can create a collection. So call this copywriting research, and then keep searching. You keep adding questions and diving deeper and deeper. It also offers you prompts, other questions you could be asking. I know you guys will have Googled something recently, and it'll have an AI summary at the top. But the thing about Google AI is, hilariously, it can be tricked by memes. So it searches the internet, it doesn't get context. So if you search, how do I make a cheese pizza? There's a meme out there of people gluing the cheese to the pizza to make sure it sticks. And so the Google AI has actually told people, step 3, add glue to the top of the pizza to make sure the cheese sticks, because it doesn't understand the context. Whereas Perplexity really understands what you're asking and goes much deeper. Now, there's a risk in here in that when it starts introducing biases, you're gonna have to check the sources occasionally to make sure you're not being too thrown off by the biases of the programmers, essentially. But for right now, Perplexity is politically neutral. If you search for Trump, you're gonna get Trump news. If you search for Kamala, you're gonna get Kamala news. It's not like Google where they're tilting the news in one direction or the other. So it is fairly objective right now. It's just, instead of having to read 90 articles, this just summarizes it for you. There's a lot of fears that I have about what AI is gonna do, but the opportunities are too big to miss. I got into copywriting right as the internet was becoming the place to do direct marketing. And most of the people I looked up to originally were old school copywriters writing direct mail. Those were the freelancers of the past. They really figured this out. They figured out the royalty model. They figured out so much stuff, but they could not adjust to writing video scripts. And I watched so many of these guys that I really admired just become completely irrelevant. And that's what's gonna happen if we don't start really leaning into the AI and figuring out the best ways to use it. Us as freelancers, we have the ability to set the rules for how we use AI. It's important that we figure it out and we figure out how to use it responsibly. I have no problem letting AI be my accountant. I don't want to let it be my brain. So we have to be careful with technology, but we can't overlook it either, because I'm not willing to be replaced by a machine. I'll use the machines to not be replaced by the machines. Now, after you have that first yes from the client, you'll need to keep impressing them, which is why I'd like to give you 5 free tools that make even brand new freelancers look like seasoned pros. These are tools that true professional freelancers of all experience levels use to keep projects flowing and clients happy. You can get that at henrybing.co/free tools, and of course, the link is in the description. All right, catch you in the next one.